Hello, everyone. The theme of today is beating the odds. And when people hear that, they often imagine something dramatic, a big victory, a huge obstacle, and a powerful comeback story. But today, I want to talk about a quieter kind of beating the odds, a kind that happens inside you, a kind that does not look always impressive on the outside, but changes everything on the inside. So, when people hear the words public speaking, they mostly assume that the biggest challenge is fear, stage fright, sweaty palms, and forgetting what to say. But honestly, that wasn't my problem. My problem wasn't speaking in front of people. My problem was feeling like I had to perform, like I had to memorize perfect lines, like I had to sound smart, polished, and professional, like I had to use fancy words that I would never use in my real life. I felt like I was expected to become a peacock, opening my feathers, trying to look impressive, but I didn't want that. I did not want it to be a show. I wanted to be real. I spent my early childhood in China, and Chinese was not my first language. So speaking in front of people, especially in Chinese, was hard at first. Not because I didn't have thoughts, I had a lot to say, but because I did not always know the perfect words. But then, something happened in first grade. My teacher, Miss Xing, encouraged me to participate in a speech competition. She wrote me a Chinese script, and I was supposed to memorize it and perform it. I remember staring at the script thinking, I don't even understand every word, and I have to say it like I mean it. I tried anyway. I memorized words after words. I practiced again and again. Then I entered the contest. Somehow, I won third place. I was so happy. I felt proud. I felt like I had done something big. But something else was also true. I was still shaking. Memorizing still felt painful. And when I joined other competitions, I started to feel something strange. I felt like a machine. Like my job was not to communicate, but to recite. And the more I recited, the more I wondered, is this what speaking supposed to be? Later, I listened to more speeches, and I realized that these people were talking about personal matters, not just what other people assigned them to say. They were truly communicating meaningful messages to the audience, and it felt like a human than a machine like I was before. Last year, I was honored to become a TEDx speaker, and I decided that I wouldn't do it in the old way. I was not going to memorize a perfect speech. I was not going to perform like someone else. So I prepared differently. Slides, keywords, and again, lots of practice. But I left space for my real voice. And when I entered the stage, something surprising happened. Because I wasn't trapped in the memorized lines, I could actually breathe. I could smile. I could interact with the audience. I could even be a little funny. And after the talk, I asked myself, what changed? What is different about me now? Why does this feel so different from first grade? And I realized that it came down to two words: sincerity and empathy. Sincerity means that the story is truly yours, not a script you're acting out. It might feel a little risky because you think, what if my story is not special enough? But sincerity is the courage, choosing to be real instead of impressive. Empathy is the reason I speak. I'm a TCK, and I know what it feels like not fully to belong. So I want my words to reach someone out there. I see you, I get it, you're not alone. To me, beating the odds isn't about becoming perfect. It is choosing connection over applause. So, if you ever hesitate before speaking, remember this. People don't only listen to perfect speakers, they listen to the honest ones. Let's stop trying to sound impressive. Let's speak to connect. Thank you.